Hello and welcome to How to Build a Board Game with me, JWAM. Today we're gonna look at a game called Das Bier hier, which is German for The Beer Here. I created the game for a competition that has nothing to do with board games. It was actually just a bribe for those who arranged that event. Anyway, the game is quite a bit like Ludo, where you have 4 pieces each that need to travel around the board and reach the goal in the middle. In this game, however, the pieces are bottles of beer, and you have 1 bottle in each corner because the board is not symmetric. And the goal is Das Superkorb, which is the big beer tote in the middle. And the more bottles you bring into the game, the more drunk you get. And the more drunk you get, the higher the likelihood that you will stumble and fall off from the main paved road into the small pathways of the park, from which you need to find yourself back out from. You may also land on the blue event stones, which means that you need to roll a die to find out what trouble you have gotten yourself into. And of course, the end result depends on the level of your drunkenness. Here I am cutting out the actual board. I'm making it in 2 pieces that will be hinged together. I didn't use any screws on the hinges as the plywood is so thin, so I just epoxied them in place. Nachos. This paper thing was actually supposed to be a prototype, but then I realized that I might as well use it as a stencil for the paint job. Before I glued the stencil on, I painted the board green. I used some grey on the tiles and then dabbed on some lighter grey with a sponge to make the tiles seem more stone-like. My plan here was to take the stencil off in one piece to use it as a reference when I was going to paint numbers on the tiles. Oh, how wrong was I? Unfortunately, the paper got stuck beneath the paint as well, so I didn't get the sharp edges that I was looking for. However, I fixed the issue with a black marker. I used CAD to design plans for the totes. And then the tedious work began. As you will see, I had some issues with my activator spray. Some of it ended up in my mouth, and it doesn't taste as good as it sounds. I still decided to use it though, as it made my life much easier. And then it was time to put some magnets on the beer bottles so that the caps will stick to them. I think I started building this project on a Saturday, and the hard deadline was the next Saturday early in the morning. This is late Thursday evening, and I had started to panic. I was literally running from one machine to another. I still had the tree left to build and paint, not to mention the wooden box to hold it all. Even though this game was only intended as an elaborate joke and I didn't have any time to focus on the details, I think it turned out okay, and I hope you got some ideas from it. I'll shut up now. Bye.